Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's well. So, I did a podcast the other day with a lad called Addy. He's from the Northeast. He's a really nice kid, really nice lad. Asked me to do a podcast. I said, yeah, of course we will do a podcast. The only reason I like doing these podcasts is because I like to get the message out there that, living a life of crime and taking drugs is bad. And I like to hopefully people can get hope, and faith that, there's light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to addiction and mental health. That's your point. That's your reason I do these podcasts. That's the whole reason I do these podcasts. I do these podcasts to try and carry a positive message towards the end of my story. We all know what podcasts are. Former criminals, wannabe gangsters, all this stuff. This is what podcast is all about. It's getting them well-known people who used to commit crime and take drugs, yada yada yada. But they're reinformed. 9 times out of 10, these characters are reinformed, like myself. The reason why I enjoy doing these podcasts is to carry a message of recovery, addiction awareness, mental health awareness, and just to show people that living that life is a mug's game. Being involved in crime and drugs is a mug's game. Going in and out of prison, getting sectioned, almost dying, all that stuff is shit. It's not a good life. It's not a good life to lead. But I do get a lot of shit off podcasts. I get a lot of people messaging me. I get a lot of people fucking coming at me. It happened when I did the James English podcast. A James English podcast. He titled it Britain's Hardest Doorman. So next thing you know, I've got a fucking, my messages are full of fucking doormen across London, Manchester, Liverpool, telling me how much of a fucking shithouse I am. I wasn't the hardest doorman. I wasn't this, I wasn't that. I never once claimed to be the hardest doorman. I said I won Britain's Hardest Doorman title. Never once claimed to be Britain's hardest doorman or anyone's hardest doorman ever. It's clickbait. These podcasters will do that so they can get views and numbers and eyes, which is a good idea. I've got no problem with it. I really don't have no problem with it. It's a good idea. I'm a YouTuber. I do stuff on YouTube. I do stuff on social media. I've been guilty of it, doing a little bit of clickbait. I've been guilty of it. So I understand the concept of clickbait, why people are going to go, oh, do you know what? Let's put Britain's Hardest Doorman. So when people click on it and they see me talking away and they think he's not Britain's Hardest Doorman, don't know who he is. Bang, they want to come over and they want to message me and start getting on my case and tell me that I'm not Britain's Hardest Doorman. I know I'm not. Fucking chill out. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I did another one. I did another podcast called The Content Cast. Now, The Content Cast, absolutely loved it. It was a brilliant. The guy who did it, Addy, was a brilliant podcaster. Really felt comfortable talking to him. Thought he was an outstanding guy. It was really, really good. Really enjoyed myself. I felt really comfortable talking to him. I was talking. I really, really enjoyed it. But now I'm getting stick again. Because he's titled the video, "The Hardest Man in the North." I've got no problem with it. I don't want him to change the title. It's his channel. It's his content. I'm not going to message him and say, I need you to change the title because I'm getting stick. It's okay. It's okay. I get stick no matter what I do on social media, so it's fine. I want to make this video to clear something up. I am not the hardest man in the North. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as the hardest man in the North. There's no such thing as the hardest man anywhere. There is hard men everywhere. I'm a strong believer that what goes around comes around. There's always someone big and hard around the corner. But as a prize fighter, as a trained athlete, as a professional fighter, there's not a man walking this planet that I wouldn't fight in a ring or cage. That's it. I've never once claimed to be the hardest man in the North, to be the Britain's hardest doorman. I've never once claimed to these things. I've never once said that I am what these titles are saying I am. No, I've never once said that. All I know is there's not a man in the North that I wouldn't fight in a ring or cage. That man doesn't exist. I am a fighter. I'm a prize fighter, and I will fight, and I'll fight anyone. As long as it's worth it. I won't just walk around fighting anyone for no reason. That's not what I'm about now. I try my best to avoid confrontation to the best of my ability. Don't get me wrong. If someone confronts me, I will fight back. I'll probably hit first as well if you back me into a corner. But I'll avoid it. I don't need it in my life. I'm a family man. I'm a recovering addict. I've got Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ in my heart. I don't need to be having it out with anyone on the streets or having anyone coming at me for no reason whatsoever, just to make a name for themselves. So I want to make this video and I want to make it very fucking clear. I am not the hardest man in the North. You know, I've sparred with men who kick my ass over and over again. You know, I've sparred with lads and I've trained with lads who twist me up in seconds. You know, when it comes to grappling and jiu-jitsu, it just doesn't exist. There's no such thing as the hardest man in the North. Any man, any trained fighter, 2 heavyweights, trained fighter, any man on any given day could win a fight. You know, especially in heavyweight division. You know, I don't get it why people want to come and message me over a fucking title. You know, it's funny because there is some funny messages. You know, I'm absolutely going in on me. You know, as if I've said the words that I'm the hardest man in the North. You know, people mentioning names and people fucking sending me phone numbers and that, man. I get a fucking grip. Get a grip. Like, I'm here with my wife and my 3 kids. I do not need to be fighting anyone. I don't want to come and meet anyone. I've never once said I'm the hardest man in the North. Get over it and get a fucking grip. Jesus Christ. Take care.